In today's dynamic educational landscape, the integration of technology into the classroom has become essential for fostering an engaging and effective learning environment. Among the various technological tools available, audiovisual aids stand out for their remarkable ability to enhance the learning experience. Audiovisuals combine the power of sight and sound, making complex information more accessible and easier to understand for students. This presentation will explore the numerous benefits of using audiovisual materials in the classroom. The presentation is done by Group 4, University of Colombo, Faculty of Education. Content. What is teaching aid? Why do we need teaching aid? What is audiovisual aids? How do we implement above teaching aids in the classroom? Advantages and disadvantages. What is teaching aids? What are teaching aids? Tools and resources used by educators and used to enhance the learning experience by presenting information in different ways. They make concepts more understandable and engaging for students. They cater different learning styles. Visual learners grasp and retain information better when it is presented in a visual format, like charts and graphs, when we use diagrams and illustrations and maps like. And also auditory learners, they comprehend and remember information better when it is heard. For such learners, we use music and songs, group discussions, and audio recordings. We use models and specimens, role-playing activities, manipulatives for kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners learn through physical activities and hands-on experiences. But reading and writing learners, they use handouts and worksheets, notes and summaries, essays and reports, because they prefer to interact with text. Therefore, they learn best through reading and writing. Let's have a look at why do we need teaching aids. Instructional materials are learning aids. There are learner-centered tools used in the classroom during teaching. This means that the use of instructional materials is used for the primary benefits of the learners and not necessarily the teacher. Instructional materials come in many forms, from traditional textbooks and worksheets to colorful charts and multimedia presentations. They are like a teacher's secret weapon, helping them explain complex ideas and making lessons more engaging. Also, we can see instructional materials cater to diverse learning styles. They promote active participation in the learning process. These materials aid teachers in effective lesson planning and delivery. Also, teaching aids abstract concepts more tangible, aiding in comprehension and retention. Interactive materials captivate learners' attention, fostering active participation and interest in the subject matter. Teaching aids are critical in the educational process for several reasons. They enhance understanding. It means they help clarify and illustrate complex concepts, making them easier to understand. Also, they increased engagement. Teaching aids capture students' attention and keep them engaged. Also, they cater to different learning styles. Let's have a look at a few more reasons why the teaching aids are more important in teaching and learning process. They are better retention. Students are more likely to remember information presented through visual or interactive means. Also, they encourage active learning. They promote active participation in the learning process. They facilitate inclusive education. Teaching aids can support inclusive education by providing alternative ways of learning for students with disabilities. Teaching aids stimulates critical thinking. Using teaching aids can encourage students to think critically and analytically. Also, teaching aids supports teacher effectiveness. They assist teachers in delivering lessons more effectively. Well-designed teaching aids can help streamline the teaching process, making it easier for teachers to explain concepts and manage the classroom. Finally, teaching aids are an essential component of effective teaching, helping to create a dynamic and interactive learning environment. Audio aids. Audio aid is an instructional device in which the message can be heard but not seen. Visual aids. Visual aids are visual materials such as pictures, charts and diagrams that help people understand and remember information shared in an oral presentation. LCD projectors, TVs, computers, VCD players. They are audiovisual aids. An audiovisual aid is an instructional device in which the message can be heard as well as seen. Let's have a look at the uses of audiovisual aids. Videos and educational videos. These include documentaries, instructional videos and educational YouTube channels, and also animations and simulations. Animated videos can break down complicated processes in science, math or technology. The next, PowerPoint presentations. Slideshows. Teachers can use PowerPoint or similar tools to create slideshows that include text, images, charts and graphs. Audio recordings is another use of audiovisual aids. Podcasts and audiobooks are useful for subjects like literature, history, and language learning. Recorded lectures. Teachers can record their lessons for students to revisit later, which is helpful for revision and catching up on missed classes. And another one is interactive whiteboard, like smart boards. These boards allow teachers to project images, videos and presentations while interacting with the content directly on the board. The next is digital markers. Document cameras, which can use for real-time demonstrations, and overhead projectors, though somewhat outdated. Overhead projectors with transparencies can be used to display text, diagrams and illustrations on a screen. Also, interactive softwares and apps like educational softwares, virtual labs, we can use as audiovisual aids. Posters and charts and audiovisual kits are also very important and useful audiovisual aids. Virtual reality and augmented reality are the modest technologies we can use as audiovisual aids in our classroom. They can take students on virtual field trips, and also they can overlay digital information onto the real world, enhancing subjects like geography, history, interactive maps and 3D models. Let's see how do we implement audiovisual aids in teaching. In teaching literature, we can use visual aids in teaching literature, using images, charts and maps to illustrate settings, themes or characters' relationships. And also we can use audio aids, playing recordings of dramatic readings or music that reflects the mood of literary piece. Multimedia presentations also we can use as a teaching aid in literature. Creating slideshows or videos that summarize key points or analyze literature elements. Using audiovisual aids in teaching geography. Interactive maps. Utilizing digital maps that can be operated to show different geographical features, scales, and layers. This allows students to explore various aspects of geography interactively. Data visualizations. Presenting data through graphs and charts that can be animated or change in real time to demonstrate trends and patterns in geographical data. Let's see how to use audiovisual kits in teaching English language. We can use audio recordings to improve vocabulary and pronunciation. And also to give grammar instructions, we can use animated videos or interactive presentations. In improving listening skills, we can play audio clips of conversations, stories, or songs. We can use document cameras in teaching science and technology. By using document cameras, we can use live demonstrations, and also we can take close-up views, and also can use for students' presentations. Advantages of using audiovisual aids. They promote greater student participation and retention because they are more memorable. Improve active learning. Also, they diverse learning styles. Let's have a look at some more advantages of using audiovisual aids. Interactive learning experiences. Audiovisual aids can be used at all levels of learning, improving classroom collaboration and greater number in participation. Benefit for both physical and virtual learning environments. Bridging the gap with real-life examples. Audiovisual aids too have disadvantages like technical problems, student distraction, expenses, time and convenience. Technical problems. When the teacher entirely bases the lesson on an audiovisual aid to explain the lesson, it can be a risky situation, especially in a country like Sri Lanka with the unstable signal strength and power interruptions. It can be a very unreliable teaching aid. Teacher will not be able to conduct the lesson meaningfully if total reliance is on audiovisual aid. Student distraction. Audiovisual aids can in another perspective lead to student distraction. Expenses. To conduct a lesson using both audio-visual aids, devices such as smart boards are necessary. Considering the situation in Sri Lanka, there can be practical issues. Time. Though already there is an assumption that audio-visual aids can be convenient and time-saving, it can also be time-consuming and inconvenient, especially when it comes to organizing the technical arrangements. There are 26 members in our group. Thank you. Have a nice day and stay safe.